So, it looks like I finally get to introduce myself to you. You really don't know, and it's kind of hilarious because you should know. You're the one who made that wish. What wish? You know exactly which one. How else would you end up with someone like me in your bedroom tonight? You can pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about, but I know that's not true. And it would be better for the both of us if you just drop this charade. You know exactly what I am and why I'm here. And what, you just have to pretend to be too noble to remember your wish. If there's one thing I know, it's that a lot of people really desperately desire things that they never take any steps towards obtaining. Making a wish is simple, easy. Doesn't require any unusual effort. You don't have to change any habits. And, well, usually, making a wish really is just wishful thinking. But in your case, you happen to have found a very powerful artifact recently. Yes, that's the one. And I do think that if you were really honest with yourself, you wouldn't be looking so ashamed. There's nothing wrong with the way you feel. How you act on it maybe is another matter, but I'm not here to judge. That isn't what you wished for. Oh, no. It's always more fun to have a little bit of build-up before you get to the main event. You don't start with dessert, cheesecake, before you dig into your main course at the restaurant. I know what you wished for. And rest assured that wish will come true, but first, you have to do something to earn it. You're not just going to be given things. You have to make an effort to change. And part of that effort, right here and right now, is just having a conversation with me. You can handle that, I know you can. You've done well so far, even if I am talking a little bit more than you are. No, don't apologize. Everything in life is done by experience, and if you don't have that experience, you can't be expected to be proficient in it, much less a professional. So, here we are, you and I, having that experience. Think of it as power leveling your social skill, if you will. Because nothing happens just for free. Do you? Well, I'm thinking specifically about the artifact. Do you happen to know what it is, and what it represents, and where it came from? Yes, wishes are one thing that it does, but not in the way you might expect. Well, consider the other stories of wish-granting objects. The monkey's paw. It takes your wish and it grants it, and it twists it into an unforeseen direction you did not expect, and ruins the wish. What about a genie's lamp? You know, according to the original mythology, genies, or jinns, worked exactly the same as the monkey paw. They will grant you a wish, but it won't turn out the way you thought. All of these artifacts, these stories, they have an air of caution to them. Be careful what you wish for. No, actually not. And that is what makes us so different. I did say us, because I am not the only one who is willing to grant wishes conditionally. I may not be able to. I may not have the phenomenal cosmic power of a genie, but there are some things I can offer that a genie cannot. For starters, there's no genie here. There's just me and you. A very softly lit room. One could say it was a romantic setting. I know what I said. Now, there is a difference, because I'm not going to twist your wish. That's the last thing I'd want to do. I like helping people enjoy life, because something I have found is the type of people who are in a mind, the people who are in the sort of headspace where they feel like making a wish is the only option they have, are usually people who need a little bit of help, and their needs often go unrealized. So I have taken it upon myself to correct that in my own way. Yes, by granting the wish, but not by twisting it, by helping the wish maker reorient their mindset so that they can grant their own wishes in the future. No, not like a genie. No, not like a genie. I feel like you are not quite understanding. Let me ask you this. If I told you there was one thing you could do every day, and if you did that one thing, all of your wildest dreams would come true. Every single one. Would you be willing to do that one thing? Well, of course you would. Who wouldn't? One action every day to improve your life in every way? Well, that's a no-brainer. But the thing is, people who are in that sort of headspace, they need a little bit of help getting out of it. They need a little bit of help seeing just how much control they really do have in their own life. I'm here to help grant that wish in a way that will allow you to grant your own wishes in the future. But I would know. Because, you see, part of being a succubus is knowing how to read what people really want. And it's not as one-dimensional as you may claim it is. Well, of course, there are certain biological impulses that are very fun to address. No, I'm talking about serotonin, a very important chemical that a lot of people really struggle with. They don't get enough of it, and unfortunately, if you have low levels of serotonin for long enough, it creates a self-defeating cycle, or you could call it a vicious cycle, and it creates a system where people don't change habits and continue to fall down this terrible spiral. Now, well, there is dopamine as well, but that is quite a bit easier to manage. You have Netflix at your fingertips. You could watch whatever you want. I would not be surprised if you could also watch a few things that you wouldn't want your parents to catch you watching. Of course, but it would be incredibly awkward, wouldn't it? Even if they would understand, it's still not a situation that you want to be in. It would be, well, awkward. And that is why I am here. I am a succubus who specializes in serotonin. Dopamine is quick and easy and, well, it feels very good. But too much of it, and you miss out on the things that really matter in life. For instance, when is the last time you just went to a beach and sat out under the sun listening to the waves? Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Serotonin Succubus. You should try saying it. It's very fun. It will give you a little quick boost of dopamine. Well, just because it's not my specialty doesn't mean I don't know how important and useful it is. Let me ask you this. If it was not for the dopamine you crave, would you have made that wish? You are right. I got so distracted just talking. So that artifact, it is not a lamp. It is not a monkey's paw. We call it a soul stone. Now, yes, I can see from the look on your face that name worries you. I will promise you this much, and I will even put my hand on the Bible to prove it to you if you desire. It has nothing to do with selling your soul. No. I understand if you don't want to take a demon's word for it. But I promise you, from the depths of my heart, that is not what I do. I am here to help. And this soul stone, it helps me see into your soul to see where those mental blocks are. Yes, if you want to put it that way. Yes, it helps me read your mind. But it does require you agree to it. It doesn't... no, just making a wish does not bind you to any sort of contract. I swear, you mortals really have the wrong idea about us. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this meeting, it's that I genuinely am here to help. You have these, other beings who tell you they want to help, but they require you live by their rules. That is not help. No, that is subjugation. That is conformity. That is following the rules that somebody else created because they said you have to. Does that sound like help to you? To me, that sounds like being bound by the will of another. Maybe if there's some consent going on, it could be very fun, but the way it's done up here, no, they go about it all wrong. I would disagree with you there. I'm not requiring anything. I'm just stating things as they are. It is so sad that people most in need of help are so unwilling to accept a genuine offer of help. How about this? What can I do to prove to you that I just want to help you? That's not how I operate. I told you that. We work on the serotonin first, and then we get the rush of dopamine over and over and over. But if there is no serotonin, there will be no dopamine. And I don't think that's the outcome you want. You've been having this conversation with me this entire time. Why don't you tell me? Do you feel as nervous, as on the spot as you did before? No, of course I didn't. You hadn't consented then. You still haven't. I can tell from your body language, the way you're moving, the way you're reacting. You still feel very uncomfortable. I have to wonder, is that because of me, or is that because you've been told that I am something to be uncomfortable around? Is it really how you feel, or how you've been told to feel? Oh, well, fortunately, I have a very good test for that. Close your eyes. No, I'm not going to steal anything. I have no use for any of these things down there. Half of them would burn up in an instant. Well, can we talk about that later? Please, just let me try this one thing. If it doesn't work, I will go. Thank you. Now, close your eyes. Very good. Now, hold still. No, it won't hurt, I promise. Just like I thought. How you really feel is not how you're pretending you feel. And since you've been so very kind to indulge a stranger who, well, for lack of a better term, invaded your home, it's only fair that I return the favor. Oh, I think you know exactly what I mean. Hello, everyone. Star here, and thank you for listening to this video, audio, vadio kind of thing. God, that's fun. Okay. So a friend of mine showed me, I'm going to be very, very upfront about this. It's AI, because here on this channel, we are okay with AI. And if you didn't know and you're not, well, it's in all of my descriptions, but now you know, so farewell. But I love the concept of it. You know, from a technological viewpoint, I don't actually know if I've ever talked about it on this channel, but I have taken a number of programming classes in high school, in college, and I also just taught myself some basic PHP and Python and things like that on my own. And if by the way, anyone else wants to learn any of those, w3schools.com, you're welcome. But I've always been fascinated in the idea of AI, of creating a program that, in a way, can think. And I used to be obsessed with this idea of creating like an AI that could live on the internet forever after I die and play video games and stuff. Like, that would be so cool to make something like that. Not that I'd really live to see it, because, I'd be gone. But just the, I guess, theoretical concept of it is so cool. And so, a friend of mine showed me an AI, it's basically ChatGPT, but it is oriented to things of a spicy Patreon type nature. Yeah. And so I just asked it for, hey, give me a random idea. And now this is not exactly the idea it came up with, but I did use it as inspiration. Because in my view, that's what AI is good for, right? It's not making up entire scripts for me. And if it did, I probably wouldn't want to use them. Because honestly, I really love and kind of take pride in the fact that I do all of my stuff improv now. That's like a huge hell yeah, I'm doing something I never thought I could. So, yeah, I gave it a shot. And it's hopefully, I don't know how many times I can say that, but like hopefully, it's a good one. I imagine I mean, it's a succubus. And I mean, there's spicy undertones no matter what you do with a succubus. And spicy generally performs pretty well. So, I guess this is the part where I once again say thank you all for listening. Because if you've gotten to this part, you've listened to the whole thing. And looking at Audacity right now, we're climbing up towards 28 minutes, which is long. Like, holy crap, it's so long. A lot's gonna come out when I edit, but still, after struggling for a while to make anything consistently, it feels great. Like, really great to sit down and boom, improv, 28 minutes, let's go. That is, if you could have told me 2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago even, that I'd be doing this, I would have thought it sounds awesome, but there's no way in hell I could ever do that. And hey, you know what? Call back the serotonin, the sense of accomplishment that I get when I frame it like that. Like, I'm doing something I never thought I could, and I'm doing pretty good at it. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. The other, I mean, I guess you'd call this a job. The other jobs I've had were not so fun, were not so great. This one is easily the best one I've ever had. Probably in part due to the fact that I don't have a boss breathing down my neck or anything, but still. This is amazing. You are all amazing. And this is only amazing because for some reason you guys subscribe and you listen to these video, audio things that run on and on in this, I don't even know how long outro at this point. So I think I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.